Welcome back, everybody. This is Red Haley here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. We finally have the full info in the game for the Sugofest for the 10th anniversary, and every one of the parts, who's on the part, what the steps look like, all that fun stuff. We're going to be mainly looking at the actual legends that are pullable on each part, rather than what's actually the step-ups. The step-ups are on this infographic, and we'll take a look at them really quickly. But it's pretty much how we typically get Super Sugofest, apart from some very small changes. The biggest change, and the one thing that I think most people are going to want to do, is on part 1, on the 10th multi here, you can see it down here. The 10th multi, all posters are legends. So just, you get 11 red posters, which is a very, very good step. And I would suggest most people doing 10 multis on part 1 if you can afford it. That's a very good step. You're not guaranteed to get a new character on that step, but the odds are much higher, right? And you know, we got typical guaranteed legend steps, rate boost legend steps here. 18th multi is a Super Sugo only unit. That can be any Super Sugo, not anniversary legends. So Roger's not going to be included in that. And then the 20th multi, you got all posters 50% chance. We've seen this before. You know, I've gotten 3 legends before on that step, which I've gotten more legends on steps that don't even have guaranteed legend steps than that before. So that step right there, not nearly as good as the 10th step, but they are there. And at the 30th multi, you're guaranteed Luffy, Shanks, or Ace. So it is actually a pretty good step to go to the 30th multi, especially if you're looking for dupes and or you don't get any of them along the way. That's, in my opinion, incredibly unlucky and very unlikely to happen, but it's not impossible. So I'll just say that going to 30 on part 1's actually not the worst thing in the world. Every legend is available on part 1, by the way, so that's also something to note. I'm not sure, and this is something that you'll just have to check in game, how far the standard legends go to. I'm gonna assume that Lilith and Bonnie will be on here, but probably not Doflamingo Sugar and Morian Perona. I would be very surprised to see them on here, and obviously Femlaw and Kid Killer will not be here because their Sugofests are going to be still ongoing, I'm pretty sure. But I know for a fact that Momo and Hiyori will be on here, but Lilith and Bonnie, not sure. I think they will be, but yeah. And then parts 2 through 5 all have the same steps as always. There's nowhere near as good steps on parts 2 and 5, but they obviously have a much smaller legend pull. The best steps here are going to be a super limited pull, 10th and 20th. 5, 8th, and 25th give you a limited pull. 2, 3rd, 13, 18 limit guaranteed legend, and then guaranteed rate boosted character or legend on all these other parts. So obviously, I mean, typically what we see on parts 2 and 5. The big changes, you know, that 10th multi right there. So let's go ahead and look at each part, like break them down, see, you know, what we're looking at here. Obviously, we have the new rare recruits as well right here. The Zoro, the Sanji, and the Nami. They're all pretty good. Nami's, you know, I think probably the weakest out of them, but Zoro and Sanji are really good. They're good legends. And then we got some more recent legends here. These are obviously rate boosted rare recruits. They're not every rare recruit that's going to be here. But there's a few. I don't have this whole batch here. I don't have a few of the previous just batches of rare recruits. So, you know, I don't think I have this unit here. I do think I have this Chopper. I have you. I have you. I don't have you in like that batch. So there's a few things I can get here, but let's start with part 1 over here and take a look here. Obviously, part 1 is going to come first. There's going to have all the new legends on them, including Roger. So, you know, more chances to get the characters. They have the Annie Luffy, the Strength Film Red one here. That's actually really good. He's not going to be on any of the other parts, and he is just really good in normal content and absolutely bonkers in Rumble. And I understand if you don't really like Rumble that much, but he is just meta. You have to put him on your strength team. He is that good. And these are rate boosted legends, by the way. I already said that we're going to have all legends available. Quick Momo, very good. Yeah, now the Oven Katakuri unit, not really. I haven't used them a single time since I pulled them. I think I have them rainbowed out 130 now. Like, I pulled them so much, still haven't used them. So like, they're usable, just, I mean, I don't use them. Waifu's kind of the same deal. Like, you're not really using that much. The Whitebeard versus Blackbeard unit's still really good in C's play, for sure. Int Queen, V2 Queen, very good, even with the kind of debuffs they gave them. They nerfed them kind of a bit there. Yasop and Usopp still good. Black Maria, no, but could see a super evolution this year. This kid also kind of needs a super evolution. This V2 Odin still good in Rumble, kind of fine in normal content. This Perona, not really. This Kaido super evolution is fantastic. Wano Law could see a 6+ this year. Good in Rumble, but I mean, you're not really using them otherwise. And then these other 3 units, not really anything special there. All the Super Sugofest legends are going to be available, and all the anniversary legends are going to be available on part 1. Obviously, these are the new Super Sugofest that for the 30th step, you get one of those 3. And here's all the anniversary legends. So part 1, typically what we see, you know, these are the rate boost steps. At least that Quick Momo's here, but you know, this leads me to believe that, you know, we might not see Lilith and Bonnie, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't understand why they wouldn't put them in here, but you know. Part 2, right, comes a day later. It's just the Luffy part, okay? It has a V2 Yamato, the Super Sugo V2 Yamato, the dual one, and Mazoro, Rush Sanji, Uta, Yamato Ace as the Super Sugos, and Law. I don't know why he's like there in the comparison. Those are really good. Like, the worst Super Sugofest there is, I guess you could say, Ace Yamato? No, actually, sorry, what I'm talking about. That Dex Law is definitely the worst one. But like, if you're not including that one, like if you're just looking at these, like, they're good. Those are good. Those are very good array of characters there. Like, they all see tons of play. And then you look at the anniversary legends. We have that Kid Luffy, the Odin Toki, and the Cross Guild. Cross Guild's, I think, fantastic. I love Cross Guild. I haven't used Odin Toki or Kid Luffy, especially Kid Luffy. I haven't used Kid Luffy in a long time. But I mean, you got Cross Guild there, and that's really good. As for the standard legends, I mean, not great. Like, V2 Jack is good. Filmer Chopper's good. Marco, EXP Captain. I mean, but you got the new Roger, who does basically everything better than Marco. I mean, they're useful in certain circumstances, but like, I mean, if you don't have Marco and you're gonna get, if let's say you get Roger, it's still nice to have. Still nice to have. Dog Storm, both the V2 Cat and Dog are really good. Robin Jinbei is still phenomenal for how old they are, but then pretty much everyone underneath this, apart from like if you're trying to do Grand Voyage or like, I don't know, really only that, like none of these characters see play. Like the Ace Super Evolution's good and does see play in Treasure Map here and there, but like no one else really. Like, you need Sanji for a Grand Voyage. I think maybe you don't even need him anymore. Yeah, standard legends, not as good. Not as good for sure. Limited pool, I mean, this sucks. Having Conjuro there. This Big Mom, also bad. Like, it's not the worst limited pool. There's just a few, like, stinkers in here. Like, mainly you, and you. Like, anyone else, if I had pulled on the limited ticket, like, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever, like, getting you, Odin Toki, or, like, Jack. I mean, I wouldn't want Jack, but, like, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever. You've got a lot of good characters on the limited step, honestly. Like, these three, you're a anniversary legend, these two here, and then you got, like, Uta and Ace. Yeah, it's honestly a good limited step. Good limited step. Super limited? Like, why? Why are you there? Having Chandra on the super limited step and Jack, both of those should be gone. Uta should be in there. Like, why is Uta not in there? Is bonkers to me. And then Ace Yamato should be in. Why? Why are those two units there? That is garbage. Both, honestly, he's better than you. But, like, having Conjuro and Jack there sucks. Like, if you're going super limited steps, like, how many super limited steps are there? There's 2 super limited pulls. You could get Conjuro and Jack, or, like, doubles of both of those on each of those. That's trash. Like, I don't like that. But everyone else, like, it's still a small chance that you're going to get one of those 2, but, like, that sucks. I don't love that at all. And then, as in terms of super Sugo units, is this, like, are these all on part 2? No, I'm reading something wrong. I think these are just all the Super Sugofest units that are in. Yeah. These are just all the Super Sugofest units. I was like, there's no way that all of those characters are on here. So, I misread that. Let's go on to part 3. Part 3, obviously, coming out a day after part 2. This is the Shanks part. We got Zoro Sanji, who's cracked as hell. Original Gear 5 Luffy, still cracked as hell. Nami's still cracked. Like, those 3 alone make this part cracked so good. This Shanks still really good. Like, not as good as these 3, but, like, still really good. And honestly, has seen, like, a little bit more of a revival. With, you know, Kazuna the way it is. This Kaido doesn't really see play anymore. This kid definitely doesn't see play. I'm surprised he's not getting a 6+ this anniversary. Maybe we will get one, because, you know, they've said stuff about other maybe 6+s. And then Roger in here. Roger still sees play. Roger's still good. I mean, kid's kind of like and then this Kaido's but then you got the anniversary Blackbeard, and who is, I think, very good, and Ace, who doesn't really see play. As for those characters, these 3 at the top are amazing. They're so good on this part. Like, just those 3 alone, I think, make it better than part 2. But part 2 does have, like, these 4 are really good. And it's hard to say. Like, I think this part 3 right here edges just a little in terms of the Super Sugos than this part. But Enma Zoro is really still super good, especially in Rumble. Rush Sanji's still super good. Obviously, you can't use these units at the same time as these units unless you're using a friend captain. But, like, I still think the Yamato's really good. Uta, man, I need more copies of Uta so bad. Yeah. I still think part 3 edges just a little because of these 3 units right here. Nami hasn't seen as much play lately, but she's still incredible. We just haven't had a time for her to, like, shine as much. She's still incredible. As for standard legends here, Kizaru Fujitora are like ew. Rob and Koala are fantastic. But Shanks and Buggy are pretty good. V2 Queen, I said earlier, still good. V2 Hawkins, ew. I don't think I've used them a single time, even when I pulled them. Like, Corazon Law does see usage. Been back in Luckaroo sees usage. I don't even know if this V2 Brook is useful in Grand Voyage anymore, but he's kind of like, Good support, though. This Dofi is good for Treasure Map for sure. It's still fine, not really used. This Rayleigh's Super Evolution is fantastic. No, still niche usage for sure. Not really anything like this. You do need this Nami 6 Plus for one of the Grand Voyages. I actually did it recently. So that is something. Yeah. At least this is, I think, better than this over here in terms of standard legends. Like there's some more use out of these right here than this side over here. I mean, this Robin Jinbei is still so good. I use them all the time. But like, if you're looking at this side, who's someone I use like as much as Robin Jinbei, there isn't any. Like this, the closest one I think is maybe this Robin Koala, but there's more like usable characters I feel that actually see use on this side than this side, in my opinion. Limited step, let's take a look here. Pretty good. They took out, no, there's Nami, okay. Yeah, pretty good. It's kind of like the same thing over here. There's some stinkers you don't want to see, like Hawkins, ew, and Kizaru Fujitora. Again, like those two specifically are just like, you definitely don't want to see those. But like everyone else, yeah, like not bad. Obviously, they've got all the anniversary and the Super Sugofest characters here. Like, I don't think I'm missing someone. They don't have a Kid here. Oh no. Like, you're not, and Roger's not in here either. Honestly, like, that's actually a good thing. Honestly, you want better characters. And all the really top tier Super Sugo units are here. Yeah, that's good. Super limited. It's better than part 2. Like, the worst character you could get here is the Kizaru Fujitora. That would suck. But, like, Shank's Buggy, honestly, is not that bad. Robin Koala's, like I said, still really good in pretty much every aspect of the game. And then you got all the really good characters. So, like, they even took out the Ace. The Ace isn't even there. It's Blackbeard's there. And they don't have the kind of whatever Super Sugos. This is a good super limited step, apart from you. If you were somebody else, it'd be super good. Super, super good. But it's better than this one. Like, those two characters just, ew, like, not great. Anyways, that honestly, very good. Part 3 so far, edging it out. So part 4 here. This is the Ace step, obviously, the Ace part. We got Roger Odin, Law Kid, Luffy Yamato, the film Red Luffy, the Dex Luffy, who has his own Sugofest, and then Int Yamato and Odin, and then you've got the Anniversary Shanks, Sabo, and Waifus. One thing I do want to mention, I just realized, part 3 with Shanks only has 2 Anniversary Legends on it, Blackbeard and Ace. That's it. Parts 2 and 3 have 3 Anniversary Legends on them. So, okay, like, I guess they just don't have enough to spread it out between 5 parts, I guess, or technically 4 parts. Anyway, as terms of Super Sugofest units and Anniversary Legends, I honestly think this is the worst part. If you're looking just straight up, like, at Super Sugofest units, definitely the best. Roger Odin is very good, but, like, they're the only one there that's, like, super top tier, in my opinion. Law and Kid are very good, but they're nowhere close to as good as Roger and Odin are. And then Luffy and Yamato can be very good, but, like, they're very finicky to use. They're very good in Rumble. But, like, then you look at the other, like, kind of units, the other Super Sugofest units, they're missing the mark. Yeah, I honestly, part 3 Super Sugofest units are not as good as the other 2 parts. The Anniversary units, you do have Shanks there. I like Shanks a lot. Sabo's there. Sabo's really good, and the waifus are good. Honestly, all 3 of the Anniversary units are good on part 4. compared to the other two parts, like you only got really Blackbeard on part 3 and then Cross Guild on part 2. Like all 3 of these see play. Maybe not Sabo as much, but Shanks I think is very good, and the waifu's very good still. Very good still. So standard legends, let's take a look here. V2 Uta, very good. Izo doesn't really see play. That Whitebeard doesn't really see play. Hiyori sees a ton of play. Hiyori is so good. Sasaki Yu, that quick law still I think could be useful. Not as good as it used to be. The V2 Frankie, yeah, kind of sees play. Nami Usopp Yu, like this summer Boa, I kinda. You got the Chopper, that dupe stock cotton candy, that's fine. This Sabo has a super evolution at the side grade, so that's always, I guess, something you could look at. And then everyone else is eh. Yeah, everyone else eh. Standard legends wise, if we're just looking at standard legends, I think part 3, this one with the Shanks, edges just slightly over part 2. And then this part right here has the worst lineup of... Maybe not. Now I'm looking at it. Hold on a second. There's like 5 good standard legends that you're looking for here. How many over here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's a few more over here, and then yeah, you know what I'll say? This is what I'll say. I think part 3 is overall the best step, the best part. And then if you were looking at just the standard legends, parts 2 and 4 kind of equal. Let's look at the limited step here. So we got, you know, any stinkers so far. Izo kind of eh. This Whitebeard eh. Sasaki big eh. But then everyone else, I mean, kind of this law. It's fine. The limited step is fine. Are we missing out on any like super Sugofest units here that like people would want to see? Not really. You got all the super Sugofest units that you're looking for there. And then anniversary units, like, yeah. Honestly, good. Yeah, that's good. Super limited step. Yeah, Whitebeard and Izo, they're better than those two. Like, this guy being there, that is stinky. But, like, you can use these units, right? Like, you can. So, yeah, so, anyways. Then we got the Roger part here. So, the Roger part, part 5, obviously... It's got Roger on it, and he's anniversary exclusive, so that's important to know. Not a Super Sugofest unit. You got Magma Kaido, the Super Sugo Big Mom, Robin, Kaido versus Yamato, Roger and Whitebeard, V2 Straw Hats, Kobe, Enma Zoro, the Dex anniversary one, and then the Scabbards. Yeah, pretty good characters. Pretty good selection of characters, honestly. No one like incredibly cracked. Like some of the other parts have like the really cracked characters, but there's no like bad characters here. Like this this Dex Zoro is like kind of sees play, but not really. There's much better Zoros to use, but everyone else like sees play, just not like really good. Like this part 4 has, you know, Roger and Odin. They're like the best part. They're the best one on that part. This one has 3 amazing characters. This one has a bunch of amazing characters too. Like these characters are very good, but they're not as good as some of these other characters over here, right? Like, but like I said, there's no like bad Super Sugofest units here or anniversary characters. They're all good. So like this is kind of just like middle of the road, like just a good part. And then this is the part that has that new Hiyori. the newest Hiyori, which is the newest legend on any of these parts except for having this one over here. Oop, didn't want to do that. Why did that happen? Sorry about that. That's the thumbnail for the video. Anyways, let's keep looking here. You know, you got the Sai Momo here over here too. That's very good. Rayleigh Gaban's still really good. Not really, not really. This is the good Big Mom, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the good Big Mom. You got the cat here. This Lucci is gonna be getting a super evolution. Still sees kind of play. You got the Dex Kaido here. Stampy Luffy got a great 6+. Great 6+ here. This is a good 6+. The standard legends on this part are the best. Standard legends on this part are the best. So this is like just a fine part. Limited step. Any stinkers? Yeah, these two are stinkers. But everyone else good. Everyone else good. 2 characters you're really not looking for. Everyone else good. Then super limited. Without question the best super limited. Not even close. Is the best one without question. Like, if you're looking at super limited steps, if you're like really focused on steps, these are good characters in the super limited stuff. There's no bad character in here. Like, this Hiyori is like the worst one, and they're one of the newest legends that are standard legends on here. Everyone else is great. No complaints about that. That was good. So yeah, overall thoughts here. I think part 3 with Shanks is overall the best. Then I would put the Luffy part and then slightly, only slightly behind the Ace part. Those are the super Sugofest units, right? Those are the ones you should be aiming for. They're the better characters. Roger is gonna be, he's hard to mention because he's anniversary exclusive. He's not super Sugofest exclusive. He is very good. If you're a newer player, he's gonna be the best one to get. If you're a newer player, he is the best one. But if you're like end game player, like you want to go for the super Sugofest units more. And then, you know, I would put this just middle of the road. I wouldn't be like waiting for this part because it is the final part to come out too. I wouldn't wait on this part, right? If you pull like 2 of the other super Sugofest units on your way and then you're like, I don't know if I care about getting the other one. You want to get Roger? That's a pretty good idea. Yeah, I would say definitely part 3 is the best. And then, I mean, they're not super far away from each other, but yeah, part 3, part 2, then part 4, and then I'd put part 5 kind of in the middle, but like, I wouldn't treat it the same as the other parts. And then part 1, like I said at the beginning, it has that 10th multi, all red. If you can do that, I would do it. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, that's about it. That's my thoughts on the structure. Hope your pulls go well. I typically have really bad anniversary pulls, so I'm really hoping that this year changes things around and I can get some good luck on these banners. I have lots of gems, so we'll be doing tons of pulls. Check out my Twitch. I've got a link to it down below. I'm gonna be tweeting a lot too. I've got my Twitter down below as well, link to that. And come watch the polls live. We'll be live when the Sugofest goes live tomorrow night. Remember, the Sugofest goes live earlier than usual, so make sure you know what time it comes out. It's going to be 8:30 for me. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.